Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Big Singleton Beats Hood Talk as we bring you today's topic on self-created hate. Also, this ties into the gang world. That's pretty much where I'm going to be focused in today. It's a lot of youth don't understand how we've gotten this far in the gangbang world to where we're just killing each other without care, but no knowledge or understanding to where the hate comes from. Now, if you take a minute and think, the moment that you step out there with your hood, or you decide that you're gonna go ahead and hang with these cats or whatever, is the moment the brainwash starts. I remember being young, 9, 8, growing up and watching. Everybody was saying blood, 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 blood. From a very young age, and unfortunately, or I mean, not unfortunately, but just I so happened to be hanging around with a lot of kids that were saying it, and some may have it that they may think that I could be from Bonnie Hunters, which is located in Watts, because I did grow up there for many years, but actually ended up being for where my father was hanging out a lot, which is over in the Anthony Park area. And so just found love for me, man. Next I was getting courted on, But luckily enough, it was still blood, And back then, we respected each other regardless of what sector, you know what I mean? Shit, you would have people come over that was from different other blood sets, that would come to 109th Street Park, right across the street where I live. And they'll kick it, man, Peanuts, and so many others that hung with him, man, the twins of 111, up out of there, they rest in peace right now, no longer with us, but, it was love back then, man, and these cats don't understand that today, they get mad and they take off on anybody, you know what I mean, and one thing we had was some structure back in the day, if there was beef among two bloods or whatever, and they was from different sectors, they would fight it out. You know what I mean? It never got as far as gunshots, being fired or anybody being killed or anything like that. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no breaking the B. You know what I mean? Because without the P, without the small case B, there is no big B. You know what I mean? And that's not to continue on the cycle. It's just that it was all brotherly love, man. The whole base of it all. And it got out of control. It was all supposed to be for protection of the neighborhood and, protection from the cops and being, abused by them and, protection for the neighborhood, for the kids, walking home from school. We had the Black Panther movement and so other many movements just like that. And we've lost it. The whole base of Blood and Crip or whatever was not supposed to be black on black crime. Let's get that out the way. It was never supposed to be about me and you fighting or killing each other behind these two colors. These colors was to identify what sector you were from. And it was supposed to be a way of communicating with each sector, whether it was sharing ideas. That was supposed to have been the whole build at that time. But no, it continued on a downhill slope with nothing but violence, because one person, they lose somebody, and they create this hate in themselves, you know what I mean? They mad, and they want to go out and retaliate. But at the end of the day, you still don't get that person back. You just went out and killed somebody else. And then you don't realize who you may have killed, because y'all don't understand the circle of life. and how we all have gotten here. And the blood that you shed could be your own, you know. Uh, Being that we come from two individuals and this whole world was created from it, being no matter the eye settings, no matter the facial settings, nose, head, whatever, the different features that differentiate from you, it's still we all human beings. At the end of the day, we all bleed blood. We all love somebody and want to love somebody and want to be loved. So what makes us any different, or you know, how are we separate? You know, you pain, I pain. You know, when you lose somebody, you cry. When I lose somebody, I cry. The same cycle continues. You know, and what we ought to have love for is each other, and the fact that we didn't have a chance to even talk to each other like we did 300 or 400 years ago. You know what I mean? Like we do now. We can talk, we can congregate, we can come up with plans and ideas to help each other or build things for our kids, to look forward to, whether it be jobs, whether it just be structure, you know, um, we have more freedom than we ever had. And unfortunately, we still continuing to do just the opposite with it. We waste a lot of time hanging out in the streets, drinking, smoking weed. You deal in drugs because you just don't want to get out and work, and naturally we don't feel like we should have to work for anybody. That's a natural feeling that I think a lot of people may feel, you know. And if you're not going to get out and make something for yourself, a legit business, then you need to go work for somebody, and get yourself off that street, because it's nothing but a downhill ride after that. You know what I mean? You're in jail, or you end up getting killed, or you end up killing somebody. And what nobody ever promotes is what they have to deal with mentally after playing this big bad guy, going out here doing all these things. They never share that side or whatever. But the truth of it all, man, at the end of the day, even your toughest gangsters, man, they suffer from depression, anxieties, paranoid schizophrenia, hearing voices, it's so many things that they try to hide, at the end of the day, when it goes out for them, living in that life, the things that they may have to do to protect themselves, and the only way to get over it is to rant about it like it's a cool thing to do. But and I know, if you lost your mom, your dad, your cousins, or anybody, death is not normal. That's not a normal feel. First thing you do is, you want to cry, you get chills, you want to, your emotions go nuts, and if death was so natural, then you wouldn't care about a person dying, whether it be your own or someone else's, and for those that have parents, you think your parents are going to be here forever, you know what I mean? So I can imagine what you think about for your homies, your homeboy, to be standing out front line with him one day. Next day he ain't there, and y'all was just talking, somebody has to kill the cycle. Somebody has to be man enough to say, you know what, I'm cool. I talk to my relative, man, sometimes I just, he don't even respond, man, a lot of the times, like directly, like, I'm like, how you doing, man, it'll never be like, oh yeah, man, I'm all right, he don't want to start a conversation to have to go back and reflect on bad memories, the reason why he's locked up, and nor does he want us to go around here idolizing the shit that he did, or like it was something cool. Every time this brother posts something, man, it's always something to encourage black people. And this dude he ain't no weak nigga, you know what I'm saying? No weak dude whatsoever, I mean, when I say did that, you know, lived that life to the fullest, lived that, you know, and is ashamed of that. See, that's, you know, that's a difference, you know, when you locked up and you have to sit there and think about all the lives you've taken, you know, and now that your life is gone, you know, they not letting you go. So for some, there's anger. You know, some just follow the program and continue on down that whirlwind. You know, just continues to fall down the rabbit hole. You know, get in jail. Next you know, they get involved in the jail tactics, politics, and you're lost in another cycle. You know, but fortunately for this brother, you know, he's rocking with Islam and he's reading every day. Everything that he posts is positive, man, educational, you know, for us, you know. And like I say, just like Tookie, you know, and so many others, you know, that has actually really lived the life. Y'all ride by, you know, just letting off big weapons, you know, like that's just, you know, cool because y'all got big weaponry, but y'all ain't aiming that shit. Y'all ain't really trying to see that there, you know. And I don't want you to, you know. You should want to see it because, like I say, those memories and those things that you have to carry on through the rest of your life, man. Those personal secrets that'll haunt you, man, and sometimes they'll kill you. You know, anxiety. You know, they can lead to other things going on with your body. You know, seizures. All these things you have no answer for because you don't have the slightest idea of what can cause some of those things. You know, traumatic experiences, you know, tragedies, you know, they affect us all in different ways. But self-hate is created the moment that you look at another set and you say, I don't like their color. Or the information that's given to you about the other sector is bad and they against your team, so to hell with them. You don't know them, never. You know, you may even know a few of them, be cool with a few of them, didn't even know. But now, now that you're informed, you're not cool with them no more. You know, that's a fake one. You see what I'm saying? You know, and that's one thing motherfucker can't never say about me is I've been fake. You know, now if you from the other side, man, you a real one. You know, I deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I had a few crip partners, man, in my life, you know, and they've been some of the best partners that I've ever had, you know, and that kind of helped me also kind of like break that little self-hated cycle that I had, you know, towards the blue team, you know, and more so looking at the color, you know. That's my people up under that cap. That's my people up under that shirt. You know what I mean? You know, that's me. You know, who's to say I'm not related, you know, in some form or fashion, somewhere down that line, that if I hurt this dude or this dude hurt me, that he don't hurt someone in his own family. You know, and just because he don't keep in contact, he'll never know. You know what I mean? But sorry for the ones that do, you know, and have to get that wake up. Like, man, you know what, bro, I'm cool, my nigga. You know what I mean? I know, you know, we had some involvement in that little bullshit, man. I didn't know that was who people and so forth and all that. And that kind of like go back on me. You know, I don't know them, but hey, it's fucked up. Niggas don't tell you that side of shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are confused on what's tough. You know, like we watch Cops, you know, and we always rooting for for the bad guy to get away, to get away. How in the hell we go from that to cheering on the nigga that get caught? It's about the getaway. I don't need no jail record, bruh, to prove to you, nigga, I've been around and been in the streets and been down, nigga. That's dumb. Me being here, the getaway, ought to make you want to be smarter about your shit. Ghost, y'all watch this shit on TV, y'all watch Power of the Whole Nine. The brother was about to get away. It wasn't about to flash and let everybody know, yeah, I did that, I did that, I did that. You dumb. You dumb. If that's the life you're gonna live, you don't run your mouth about it. You know what I'm saying? Half the cats jumping up on uh, these TVs, YouTube, whole nine, you know what I'm saying, making videos about the other nigga you done, you don't want to broadcast it like you supposed to have umpteen days coming to you, dummy. You just let everybody know that you had some dealings in that. So what make you think your days are long, man? Self-snitch. You know, that's how ignorant and sloppy the gamers got now. You know, no structure. Y'all want to shit on the OGs and, act like we ain't never been out there and done nothing. Like what you fucking doing is something new, man. You know, what you doing is old. And then y'all doing it on a weak factor. Y'all done sugar the shit down. Y'all took the man about the gang banging now. The attire is not even manly. I ain't seen a nigga in a Pendleton except me. You know what I mean? Back then was khakis. Now y'all pants up your ass. We was talking about Dre. It was a talk about Dre with his pants up his ass, and that was supposed to be some downplay. Now it's a upplay. It's a cool thing now. And they don't even realize where that stems from. It's a lot of things, man, I want to touch bases on, man. Every time I do one of these videos, one subject seems like it just leads to another, man. But that's why I tell y'all, man, to stay following me, man, because I'm going to just keep bringing stuff to you, even though today's subject and title was self-hatred, you know what I mean? It's just so many things that are wrapped around that. Plain as simple as that, To hate a man for a color, think about how stupid that is. To hate a man that you don't know. He walking across the street, you don't know him. He ain't created no beef with you, no nothing. But let your car stop one day, and you just be on some old normal shit, got your regular clothes, the same person ain't even looking at you like that. He looking at the fact that you stuck in traffic. Now you got this Crip nigga pushing you home. What do you do with that? How do you be mad at that? How can that not open a door? See, a lot of y'all, man, are self-creating hate daily. Y'all got family members from the other side, and y'all know it. And y'all talk to them probably on a regular, and you know it. So your hate is selective. It's selective. You control it. The moment you hang up that phone call or you see a nigga rolling down the street, now you done switched. But then again, it could be another relative of yours. You don't know. One, because you ain't no conversationalist. You don't talk. Half you niggas that's gang banging, man, ain't name but mutants. Want somebody to look up to and make you feel complete. If you didn't want you to have your father and all that, man, you don't need no other brother, to make you feel like nothing. But when you search for that and you lack that, you go places, you know what I mean, trying to get that father, and the streets can't father you, man. You may hate the man your mama bring and, dislike the fact that your mama with another man and he ain't your daddy, but if your dad ain't there and the other man is, respect that man. Because it's a choice. He's taking you as a whole, he's taking the whole package. Understand that. He's accepted you already. But here you are with the, oh, man, my daddy, man, he ain't listen to nothing you gotta say, man. In the whole nine, this brother could, get you well-rounded, have you working, you know what I'm saying, and have your whole life, man, on a cool little plane. You know, I seen it happen before, man. I got a partner, named Raj, and he used to take his stepson, man, out. You know what I mean, and go to work with him or whatever, and he was so surprised and shocked that he was, even though he acted like an ass, initially when he first came on board and all that, this dude was still trying to look out for him. And he was paying him $100 a day. He was like, man, $100 a day, oh, that's cool, man. I didn't think I was gonna get like, it's like, yeah, man, it's cheap. Keep your little money, man. You ain't gotta pay for nothing, man. I got lunch, shit like that. And just see where you get to, man, And dude was able to buy him a car, man, before he knew it. And, he couldn't believe it. It was just like, his stepdad had took him and just bought him a car, man, because the work wasn't even streams, but he did, he did air conditioning and whatnot, HVAC, so, yeah, the money was plentiful, you know what I mean, and shit, and it wasn't just the money factor, it was the fact that this dude was still trying to help him, even though he was being rebellious, And what he saw himself able to get at the end of the day was just the icing on the cake to realize, man, you know what? My stubbornness could have disallowed these things from happening for me. My self-hate for this man could have stopped something good from happening to me. You know what I mean? So as you see, all this shit that I'm talking about, man, really ties into each other. So, self-hatred, man, is a big thing that's taken over the world and has been going on for many and many of years. And it's not just only in the gangbang world. It's even in different nationalities, one thinking they're better than the other, and one being talked down about, to the point to where this is what you believe. And so when you see them, you nose up and or you eyeballing them up and down like an infection, you know what I mean? These things are self-taught. You have to allow these things into your heart. No matter how much a person preaches this, can't nobody take your heart and just insert a SD card and say, okay, now you hate people. That is something that you select every day. Like if a person get into an argument, you and your mate get into an argument, okay, y'all mad at that moment, but if you wake up the next morning, y'all still carrying on this shit, this is a self-created thing. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Self is creating this shit. Self is creating you being mad. Like if you go check out my other episode, Power of Words, that ties into this as well. Someone call you out of your name, and Paul, you call you a punk. If you look up the word punk, it's a piece of wood. You would laugh after someone called you that. You would laugh after someone called you a punk. And they be trying to figure out, why is this fool laughing? I just called him a punk. In your mind, you think you dissing me. I know the true meaning of the word. That's strength. And you look dumb now. Weak. The power of words. Yeah, go check that out, man. That's another subject. I'm gonna make a part 2 to that, because like I say, man, that's a deep subject as well. I love that one right there, man. But for me to wake up the next day and continue on after the argument has already, we done went to sleep, all that, and wake up, you stomping your feet, I'm slamming doors. This is all self-created. And I can stop when I want to. Or when you stop, that's how the game we play. Or I'll stop when she stop, or I'll stop when he stop. Somebody got to give in. Well, why can't somebody give in earlier? That's what I'm starting to learn how to do, man. It don't make you weak to see something coming in advance. Like my girl, like say for an example, she may have a bad day. And I might just say the simplest thing to her, and she'd be like, what? I'd be like, okay, it's one of those days. She had a bad day at work or whatever. I'm not gonna be the. I don't want to be the punching bag today. We take it sometimes. Sometimes you take it, but you get tired after a while, and you start trying to be smarter. So what I do, I just said, I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to my music, read my book or whatever, or watch TV. Keep my mouth closed for a little bit. And don't get me wrong, that's against natural self in a lot of respect for me, but it allowed her time to cool down. After a couple blunts and shit, she was, talking or whatever. And instead of being all, oh, now you want to talk? No, man. Understand, everybody have their day. You know what I mean? You're going to have yours. And you're going to want that little space, man. You know what I mean? Just to unwind. Sometimes people don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Talking is a big thing. It's easy to say, my girl, she came in, I just had worked on the car, and I was like, she wanted to play. I was like, babe, I'm tired. Let me get a minute first, She wanted to go to the store, I think it was, something like that. So just give me a minute first, you know what I'm saying? I just finished working on that car, And that was something, you plan in your mind and want to do once you're done. I can't wait to get in this house, man, so I can sit there and have me a smoke or, drink me some coffee or whatever the case may be. And ain't nothing wrong with expressing that because that allows a person to reflect and say, you know what, I've been there too. You know what I mean? I've been there too. I'll give you a little space, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, just not being observant, causes a lot of friction in relationships, man, and in life, dealing with people, period, you got to be observant, But anyway, yeah, I'm happy you guys are tuning in. Stay, man, following your boy Big Sing, man. As I continue to bring you a lot of subjects, man, to make you think about self, to better self, and share this with the youth, man. You know what I mean? Share this with the youth. That way we can catch them early. Get it to them early, man. Get the message to them early instead of letting them get to it late, and give it to them constantly. Don't get tired. I've been a parent. I'm still a parent, meaning, but we get tired as parents. And our parents got tired, but you can't give up because God never quits on you. Many a day he just look up there like one day he'll get it right, but I still love him. I'm still pumping air into his lungs. I'm still sitting on his way, still got a job, I still love him, he ain't knocking me out the box, he ain't that kind of guy anyway, but that's a different stuff, we'll get to that another base, but anyway, yeah, man, so, love each other, man, regardless of fault, as we all are living life, just trying to feel around and find ourselves, allow people to find themselves, but also give them guidance, especially your children. Fathers, mothers, try to stick it out, when you create children, I'm doing something on that as well. Well, y'all, I'm writing a book on that right now. It's called, If You Made the Bed, You Lying in It. So, keep your eyes open for that. I already started writing on it. I did an episode on it as well. Y'all can go check that out. As also that ties into self-hatred as well. It has its forms, its formula. Believe it. Y'all go ahead, man, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and leave your comments in the box down below. I appreciate it. I'll comment back. If y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about, or you have any questions, or you want to ask me, go ahead and feel free, man. And I'll go ahead, and if it's up my alley, man, I'll definitely make an episode about it and drop you a good 20, 30 minutes, man, of some good ramble. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Stay tuning in, man. It's been nice hollering at you. think deep about what I said on that self-hatred, man, and let's try to stop that cycle. You know, like I said, I can go on for hours about it, but I think I've said enough, you know, for you to ponder on. So, holla at y'all later. One.